Hello, Chapel family. Welcome to today's Bible reading, 1-minute message. We're at the end of Deuteronomy, the last day of the law. Wow, this is like we're finishing up a major section of the Bible. That's really cool. So I really encourage you, if you've been reading along, congratulations. If you haven't been reading along, well, this is a great place to jump in because we're going to be starting with Joshua. It's a whole new section, so it'd be a great place to jump in. The verse that struck me in today's reading at the end of Deuteronomy, it says, "So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in the land of Moab according to the word of the Lord, and he buried him in the valley in the land of Moab opposite Beth Peor, but no one knows the place of his burial to this day." And Moses lived 120 years old when he died. The thing about Moses that's pretty amazing is he didn't get to go into the promised land because of his rebellion, and that was his punishment. But Moses had an amazing life. If you think about all the things he went through in his 120 years, he had 3 40-year segments. He was born at a time of danger, and then he lived a life of really luxury. Then all of a sudden, God worked his heart and he identified with his people, the people of Israel. And that put him in danger and he had to flee for his life. Then he spent another 40-year section of his life in the wilderness taking care of sheep. And finally, God called him and said, "No, you need to go back to Egypt. You're going to bring your people out." And he went back, confronted Pharaoh, and was confronting Pharaoh during the plagues, and then finally led the people out through the Exodus. Then, once they got out there and they're in the wilderness, it's like, well, we came out here for this, but it wasn't as easy as they thought, and it was a problem. And they complained about everything. So one of the hardest ministries he had was leading a group of complaining people. But he was faithful. He wasn't perfect. He was faithful. And he goes down today probably the most venerated Jew in history. In a certain sense, the Jews began with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but they were really codified into a people under Moses. Look, today, you're probably not going to be Moses. I'm not going to be Moses. But you know what? We can be people who are faithful to God and willing to do what he wants. Look, live faithfully for Jesus today.